Hi everyone, my name is Georgia and welcome to my little quiet time here in the morning. I hope that you can see some things in the background. Well, first of all, I have a lovely tree just outside of my dining room window. In fact, I have trees everywhere, but this one is pretty cool. I walked by it the other day and a bird literally flew right by my head. So, yes, Martin, would you like to join us? Come on. You can come over. Come on. You know, this cat is so communicative. And he's teaching me the different languages we all have, to communicate what we need. And sometimes I can't meet all his needs because I don't always understand what he wants. And even if I don't understand, I try to let him know that I'm trying to understand, And isn't that the best we can do with one another these days? And if you can't understand the language of other people, the best we can really do is not wish ill on them. It really is the best we can do sometimes. And secondly, wish them well. I was at a store the other day and there was a car next to me that had all the wrong bumper stickers for me. I mean, every single bumper sticker, sexist, racist, Republican, far right, guns, everything. And it was a big old red truck and a gun rack in the back and in Ohio. I expect that in South Carolina. But I just sat outside the craft store in this debate within myself about why it sparks so much anger for me. And I can go round and round in my head a million times. And it always kind of comes down to, it would be simple to say love, but there's a whole spectrum of things that I believe reflect God. In the New Testament, they call it the fruits of the Spirit. In many holy books, they speak of the honoring of other human beings. And so whatever it is in me that is triggered, and overall, it's a sense of helplessness that I can't control how other people think. And really, that's ridiculous anyways. But for me, I think what makes me angry is that anybody who kind of asserts beliefs that isn't reflective of at least good intention, love, it makes me angry because it's not helping us as a humanity. It's not that I even care much about politics. It's about all of the divisiveness that comes from divisiveness. And the truth is, I believe our future requires us to learn past divisiveness. We all know it's a global economy. We all know within the far, not so distant future, we'll probably have communications with beings on other planet. We are not in an age of divisiveness. So to hold on to those energies, which most people interpret as power, makes me angry. So it's not the red truck. It's not even the guns. It's the divisiveness. And that is what makes me angry. And actually, when I get angry, I spur the divisiveness, right? So, anyways, can you imagine all of that took place in my head in about 10 minutes outside of the Michael's craft store? Meanwhile, I just wanted to torch. Oh, we are also reminded of our own humanness. And I think that the cry for humanness of humans is the search for connection. Anything to connect to. So, I am a believer that interconnection is where the real value of life is. And in that interconnection, we also experience God. And the head, the head and the mind are the playing field that either bring us peace or divisiveness. I'm not sure if there's anything in between. Right? So this morning, I'm going to read a little from the prayers of the Planetary Pilgrim by Edward Hayes, who has passed, but he was a priest and he wrote many books. And I love his perspective because he's really cosmic, and he's just like, even though he's Christian, he's obviously Christian, but he sees the unity. He sees past it, I think. And that's what I feel. Actually, that's my interpretation of Christianity. It has nothing to do with divisiveness. Anyways, salute, Edward, wherever you are, and thank you for your gifts of writing. And in every one of his daily meditations, he asks that we do a sacred gesture. And I always love to light my Palo Santo. It's a very clearing scent. So let's just clear out some of our own anger and helplessness and bitterness and everything that we think is important to hold on to, and let's just get down to our centers today so we can live authentically and with loving intent. This is the Thursday morning prayer in winter. As this winter day begins, O God, I realize that while I have risen from sleep, I must also be awakened in my heart. Your Son Jesus has called me to live each day awake. For I know not the hour or the day when you will knock at my door to call me home. Open the eyes of my heart, stir the seed of my soul, and awaken it to the mystery of your presence in every corner of this day. Send forth your spirit, and ignite the embers of my heart that it might come alive with compassion, devotion, and zeal. And now we'll just take a minute of silent prayer to ourselves, and then I'll pray from the book. O loving God, prevent me from judging this time of prayer. Remind me that only you read hearts, that regardless of how poorly I have prayed, how many distractions I had or wanderings of my mind, that you take delight in my desire to be with you in stillness. As numerous duties of this winter day call to me, I take time to put into words my affection and devotion for you as I now pray. And for me today, my prayer is one of thanks for all of the wonderful things that I have at my disposal that most people don't have, including friends. I pause before I begin this day to be mindful now of the needs of all who struggle for peace and justice, of all who refuse to return violence for violence, and for those who labor to lift the burdens of all who suffer in mind or body. Today I remember in particular the needs of the following people. The clock calls me, my beloved. My day is about to begin. May this time of prayer be the design of my day. May everything I do be done in, with, and through you. Blessed and beautiful are you, my God. May your light be my sun this winter